Obviously, that's why those agreements are in place as far as horse racing is concerned. But I don't think that it's a great thing, right, that horse racing it can't sort of stand on its own without that help from casinos. And we've talked about that internally for literally years. So I was a little surprised at some of the pushback from the racing industry of like, well, this isn't subsidies. Well, I mean, guys, it kind of is. We've been saying that to each other for a long time.
Yeah.
And we've been saying to each other, this isn't a great sign of health of the industry. And it isn't. So he wasn't wrong about that part. And I don't think that he was wrong that it's a little bit on the unusual side for one very successful industry to have to pay to help a less successful industry along. But of course, the horse racing perspective is, well, you're only here because of us, so you kind of owe us. And I can see both sides of the fence on that part. Like I said, I don't particularly grab onto the public impact part because he seems to be making a lot of assumptions about what that money would end up meaning to state governments if it didn't go to horse racing. But he didn't really break down the numbers on that to really convince me that that's a greater public impact versus the jobs. Really, nobody has done that. They've just pointed out that horse racing has a great public impact in terms of the economies it supports. So I didn't read it and think like this is an absolute hit job and none of this is true, because parts of it are. But I don't think that it was presented in the most simple way for a mainstream audience member to grasp the complexity